1,000 good tidings, you bronies out there. If you're hearing my voice, you must have time to spare. I'm sure you're all itching for holiday stories with original themes and sharp allegories. Well, I'm no Seuss Geisel, and few people are, but I think that this story's my best one by far. So sit and enjoy this new tale I shall weave. Only 10 bits admission. I'm just kidding, don't leave. Our story begins in a brony-filled town, where laughter's infectious and joy gets around. But we're starting somewhere where smiles go to die. The home of Casper Cake.
Oh yeah!
The fake Jasper Pie.
Tis the holidays!
CC said aloud.
The best time for scheming and screaming out loud! That fez-wearing pheasant thinks he is the first. I say no, with a hint of yeah, he is simply the worst. But it matters not now, cause for this holiday, I have evil plans planned, and I'll soon have my way. I'm a poet. Step 1, give out candy. 2, only myself. Step 2, put the Sam Max comics back on my shelf. It is only fair, right? Am I not the original? Original Butterboy. Original. Step 3, find a rhyme for original.
He spoke once again with the hoof firmly raised.
It's time once again for my evil catchphrase. No. And wait for it. This is the hook. This is what really gets it going. Yeah!
Well, now that Cake's done with his I'm evil spiel, it's time we move on to our second reveal. Enter Thunderblight, Bliss's anger incarnate. If you're in her sight, then start running, gosh darn it! She stared at the Casper with scowls and disdain, knowing full well this jerk would cause Uncle J pain. Everyone down in Ponyville ignored Casper a lot, but the Blight, who lived in Rainbow Land, could not. The Blight hated Casper. His existence was treason, if you're wondering why her stance is within reason. She hated his shouting and ear-splitting laugh. She felt that his wits were far less than half.
Do they mix peanut butter and hot sauce to make Reese's Pieces?
They're just mint-coated Skittles! That's my thesis!
But the main reason for hating her friend's evil twin was that her patience bubble was 2 layers too thin. Yes, there were many reasons she detested this fake, so she stood there on Christmas Eve, hating the cake.
Uncle Jasper's in trouble.
She snarled with a sneer.
He'll ruin Jasper's Christmas. I can't bear this fear.
She slowly ascended, hooves raised towards the sky.
I must destroy Casper Cake to protect Jasper Pie. For tomorrow I know that my fez-wearing chap will wake bright and early, rush downstairs in a snap. And then, oh, the traps, all the traps. He'll shout screams and jeers as his smile disappears. There'll be air horns and loud sounds that blast in his ears. Banana peels split ups and pies in the face. A swarm of bees will wake up and start to give chase. The bees will have guns and the guns will shoot bombs. They'll tie him up and make him watch Christmas rom-coms.
No, please, not the Hallmark Channel. Anything but the Hallmark Channel. The characters aren't even that charming.
And then Casper will stand over him, shrill and cocksure. His scheme now complete with his victory assured!
And the more Blight thought of how much that would sting, she said to herself,
I must stop this whole thing! Why, over 3 years I have put up with him now! I made him, now I must unmake him! But how?
Then the Blight got an idea. An awful idea. The Blight got a wonderful, awful idea.
I know just what to do.
The Blight scheme had begun.
Time to end this, Casper. There can only be one.
And she cackled and chuckled.
This will surely be sweet. With a spell of absorption, he shall be obsolete.
'Twas the Book of Aeon, a wise, noble master. It brought strength to the worthy, and to others, disaster. As her magic and horn became perfectly aligned, she warped to Pie's Pizzeria, revenge on her mind. All was locked up tight, no one knew she was there. All the bronies were dreaming sweet dreams without care, when she saw Casper slowly approaching the square.
Here's the doppelganger's place.
Casper said with a squee as he opened the door.
Screw home security.
Then he snuck through the kitchen, keeping well out of sight, not knowing that he'd soon be trapped there by Blight.
Like gasp, I am the captured!
He screamed out in fear.
Wait, father, how did you know I was here?
Silence, you waste of space!
Thunder snapped back.
You are no son of mine, just a friend-hurting hack! I know of your plans to prank Jasper Pie. I will not allow this, I will not stand by! You only exist because of my ignorance! There's no reason for Jasper to suffer, he is innocent!
That was kind of a slant rhyme.
Shut up! From this point on, Casper, you shall harm no one. With this spell, you'll be a memory, a figment undone.
Then Casper Cake pleaded.
Please no, Daddy dearest. Maybe you're just mad and not thinking the clearest. My windpipe tastes like blood.
When all of a sudden a set of hooves clattered, Bliss turned behind her to see what was the matter. Jasper Pie made it down, surprised by the scene. Surprised by the scene. Surprised by the...
Keep your hat on, Finny Finn. I've been holding it since Act 1.
Sweet Wamba.
Okay, JJ, go ahead.
Finally. Okay, hang on a sec. Okay, Jasper Pie made it down, surprised by the scene, Casper in a magical grasp, with his niece in between. At first he smiled, seeming pleased by the display, but he saw that Blight was serious. This was no child's play. Jasper finally spoke up.
Blissy Boo, are you unaliving Casper? That's what you want to do?
It's the only way, Jasper. Don't you see? I can get rid of him, and you'll finally be free.
I don't like this plan. I don't like it one bit. Please help other me. Stop this mare's whining fit. I smell burnt toast, I does.
The minutes ticked by as Jasper thought it over. He was technically in charge, as he was Casper's owner. Casper was a huge annoyance to him and his friend. Would it be so bad if his life was brought to an end? The chance was there, and the iron was hot. But calmly Jasper approached Blight, his feelings on spot.
Vey with the moral dilemmas.
Blighty, it's okay. Please let him be. He may be an annoyance, but he's still a part of me. He's annoying, aggravating, and drives me nuts. But that's part of who I am, so I can't raise a fuss. It's like how you and Blissy are both intertwined. Both those halves are parts of how you're defined. Trust me, Niecey Blissy, he's begrudgingly what I need. But despite his endless antics, he'll never succeed. The writers make it so.
This gave Blight pause. It was not what she expected. This cretin was something Jasper just accepted? Every fiber of her being said to end Casper's reign. But what Jasper said, it was hard to explain. She could end Cake's existence, send him back where he came. And yet Jasper requested that he remain the same. And then Blight, with her horns still gray and aglow, stood there puzzling and puzzling.
How could this be so? He brought you such mayhem. He brought you such stress. He caused you tears, chaos, and left such a mess.
So does half my audience.
She puzzled and puzzled till her puzzler was sore. Then Blight thought of something she hadn't before.
Maybe, like me,
she thought.
Casper's a part of your core. Maybe, like me, he really is something more.
And what happened then? Well, as Hufio would say,
Could y'all put us down now? We've been up here all day!
then the true meaning of Casper's existence came through, and Blight turned into Bliss, the more colored of the two. With her heart enlightened and her feelings not wound up tight, she hugged Jasper tightly, saying,
Merry Christmas, Uncle Jasper.
in the warm morning light. With a smile on his face, Jasper huggled her back. As Bliss lowered her magic, Casper fell with a smack.
Yipe! Oof! Seriously, who's writing all this?
I don't know, but I'd like my consciousness to be dismissed!
And then Jasper yelled out.
Permission be granted!
So Bliss charged up her horn, doing what he demanded. With a zap and a pow, Casper soared through the air. Freaking out like a doofus, his screaming did blare.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all! Now somebody please catch me. I don't want to fall! No year!
Wait, so we can't kill him off, but we're allowed to beat the fudge out of him?
I'm pretty sure he's 60% gelatin. He can take it.